A gorilla named Ivan tries to piece together his past with the help of an elephant named Stella as they hatch a plan to escape from captivity. Hey, what's going on, everybody, and welcome back to my channel, Movie Files. Elliot back again with a new movie review, and this time we're talking about the new Disney Plus film coming out tomorrow, and that is the one and only Ivan, premiered on Disney Plus on Friday. Very excited to let you all know what I thought about this film, and if you should check it out over the weekend in this non-spoiler review. Before we dive into the details, as you all can see on the screen now, make sure you're following me on all my other social media accounts. That way you can stay up to date with what's going on here at Movie Files. If you are new to this channel, welcome. Definitely subscribe, hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of my new videos. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up, helps out the channel, and I also really appreciate it. And last but not least, if and when you've seen the one and only Ivan, let me know what you all thought about this film. Did you enjoy it? Did you not enjoy it? Have you read the novel that came out in 2012? Let me know your pros and cons in the comments below, and as always, let's have some discussions down there. So the one and only Ivan, premiering on Disney Plus. I believe before the pandemic hit, it was supposed to hit the movie theaters, but I'm not too sure about that. But nevertheless, it is on the Disney Plus platform, which I've reviewed when they dropped the Noelle film, the Lady and the Tramp film, and obviously Artemis Fowl. It's been kind of a mixed bag for me personally in regards to original movies on that platform. So I was kind of on the fence about this film. I didn't see the trailer, but I saw that cast, starting with the human characters with Bryan Cranston, and then you have this amazing cast of voice actors ranging from Angelina Jolie, Sam Rockwell, Dan DeVito, Helen Mirren, Brooklynn Prince. I mean, the cast, Chaka Khan. I mean, the cast is pretty unique and pretty different. So I was really interested to see what they do with this movie. So starting off with my positives, I got to start with this director, man, Thea Sharrock, who directed this film. This is my first time being exposed to her. One thing that I applaud about this director is it's a Disney film on the Disney Plus platform, primarily target audience, families, and younger kids. And at first, she kind of panders to the younger kids, which is expected for a movie of this caliber. But as the movie kind of goes on, it gets a little bit more mature. It gets a little bit more balanced in regards to appeasing the younger audience, but also appeasing someone a little bit older like myself. So I thought she balanced that out well, and it really kind of gave me similar tones that I get to some of the Pixar movies, where, as we all know, they have the kid-friendly type of tones, vibes. It's an animated film, so it gives the kids that kind of, entertainment value. But then it has those stronger messages that we as adults can relate to. So I thought this film did a really good job of, yes, appeasing to the kids with some, fart joke here and there, and just kind of more family-oriented type of themes at the very beginning. But like I said, one of the things that I really appreciated as the film kind of progressed under this hour and 45-minute runtime is it got a little bit more serious. It had a little bit more dramatic elements, and I really applaud the story's central theme in regards to not being complacent, not just relying on what's in front of you now, but just seeing what's out there. So I love that message in the film, and I applaud the screenwriter and as well as the director. But transitioning into the performances, again, guys, as I had mentioned, this is a film based on a novel that came out in 2012. This is a combination of CGI and a combination of live action. Let's be honest, CGI live action is kind of a mixed bag when it comes to the human characters. Sometimes are like a little bit over the top, they're cartoonish, the CGI isn't all that great, but this film does a really good job. Now, this isn't CGI wise, and I'll get into it in my criticisms, this isn't like gonna blow you away, a la Planet of the Apes, or even in the Disney umbrella, The Lion King or The Jungle Book. But I thought that they did the best they could with this budget. And in regards to our human characters, Bryan Cranston as the circus owner who isn't necessarily a villain, right? You think of Dumbo, you think of films that have animals and how their owners treat them. He does have a little bit of gray area at times in this film, but I like the performance by Bryan Cranston. You felt for him. You also saw that he was a caretaker when it came to his animals and came to his, crew that he's been working with for so many years. And you see the passion there and the enjoyment. But there's, like I said, there's a little bit of, Heisenberg a little bit in this movie in regards to his a little bit more darker side, a little bit more complex character. But I thought Bryan Cranston was the perfect vessel to lead this film as far as the main human characters. And also the rest of the human characters, I think of the George character, who's kind of the big top mall, kind of, he cleans, takes care of the animals, he feeds the animals, and his daughter, Julia. I thought they were a good mixture of human characters that weren't over the top, that weren't silly. There was a mall cop that was a little bit over the top, but he wasn't in the film that much, so it really didn't take that much away from the human elements. But I definitely applaud that aspect of the film and not relying on just being goofy, silly, unlogical, just crazy human characters. I like the groundedness of the human characters, but it is the CGI characters that really kind of give you the heart and soul of this film. Starting off with Ivan, voiced by Sam Rockwell. You feel for the gorilla. You see his backstory. You see where he is now. He's the headliner, right? He's been doing this for years. Him and his relationship with Bryan Cranston's character, Mac. You know, Mac raised him, and he's normally the spotlight, right? He has his spiel, he does his thing, but as the years have gone by, this mall, you're seeing the shops coming out of the mall, you're seeing less people go to the mall, especially going to see this act. So you're seeing them and seeing how Ivan takes that he's not the big headliner anymore, and seeing that kind of complexity with the character. And also, which I didn't expect the film to go into, because the first half is kind of like, okay, where's this film necessarily going? But as the film kind of unfolds, Ivan has a purpose. He wants to protect someone and free them of captivity as well as his friends. So I kind of love the journey that we get with Ivan, and I thought Sam Rockwell, as we all know, is a phenomenal actor. I thought he did a great job in the voice acting. The rest of the cast, Stella, played by the incredible Angelina Jolie. We know she has a history with Disney, whether it be Maleficent and then more coming up soon with Marvel film The Eternals. So I thought she was great. The standout for me, Ivan was great. I love the rest of the characters, the rest of the animals there, but it was Danny DeVito as Bob. I love the character. He was funny. It kind of had a little bit of reminded me of Lady and the Tramp vibes at times, as well as Dumbo, with some of the themes with Stella and a new animal that approached this group here. But I thought Danny DeVito was great. So all in all, the direction, the story, the message, the voice acting, the visual effects, the human elements really kind of surprised me, because I wasn't expecting it to be bad, but at the same time, like I said, Artemis Fowl and some of those other films that came out late last year didn't really hit the mark for a lot of audiences, but I think a lot of people are going to come to grips with this film and really enjoy it. So if I were to transition to some of the criticisms, again, the CGI isn't as strong as you may expect it to be with a Disney animated film in regards to the CGI characters, which, you know, again, it isn't on the big screen, so there is some restrictions there. Like I said, there were some very predictable moments. You kind of saw where the film was headed. Not that I was expecting this film to break new ground, but it was very predictable, especially the first half is by far kind of the weakest aspect of the film, because it was just like, again, where is this film going? But it wasn't until we get this new introduction to Brooklynn Prince's character that you kind of see where the story's kind of headed. So very predictable at times, but also kind of generic at times as well, as far as the final third act of the film, which, like I said, you kind of saw that heading into the second act. But all in all, guys, I would say this film takes its audience seriously. I like the voice acting. I was pleasantly surprised by the message and the story, and not relying on the goofiness to kind of appease the younger audience. They treat the younger audience like adults at times in regards to the conversations within this film and the message of just like not being content, you know, looking for new opportunities. So I love that message there. So all in all, the one and only Ivan, I'm giving it a 3 out of 5. Definitely check it out. This is my second family film that I watched this week. I watched the Netflix, the Sleepover. Check out that review. But I was very pleasantly surprised by this film. I think this may be my favorite Disney Plus live action, movie on the platform. I put it as kind of between this and Tugo. I can't think of the name of the film right now, but those are the two top tier for me. So definitely check it out. And when you do, let me know what you thought of the one and only Ivan. As always, like, share, comment, subscribe. Keep an eye out for mini reviews coming this weekend. We got our DC FanDome. There's a lot of great content coming for you all. So definitely hit that notification bell so you don't miss it. Follow me on all my other social media accounts. Thank you all for watching this review, and we'll see you in the next video.